Okay.
Okay, so let's start with a little recap. Session 35. And Andrew and Stephanie are taking care of house stuff, so I'm going to play Delta and MacGruber. But I think tonight is the perfect night to be down 2 because of what will happen. So it's more of a puzzle than a fight. So we'll see how it goes. But not that it couldn't be a fight. The party returned from the astral plane, resolved to finally venture into the negative plane to rescue their friend Prince Bracken and procure a sphere of annihilation. The morning news report brought new information to the table. Jaxie and her Scourge of Light continue to get some great publicity for their efforts as the story broke that they'd help reunite Dean Galages with his kidnapped child from the dream world. An Auric girl also brought public attention to the missing Flint, the same Flint that Garrett killed in the ethereal plane when possessed by the quarry.
And left for dead.
Finally, news about the upcoming Witherbloom hunt is starting to build some excitement around campus. The party debated on whether they should tell school leadership what they knew about Flint, but ultimately decided not to, lest it draw attention to the Auric or put them in a position to explain their presence in the ethereal plane. Indigo then used the Tevideo to locate Shadrack's Silverquill, who they discovered is in hiding in a remote island monastery on the material plane. While shielded from sending spells, his protections were not enough to protect him against the power of the Tevideo's locating magic. His humble penitence was all the more confusing as the party began to debate who might be pulling the strings on a plot against Strixhaven. The Matron of Ravens, the goddess of death, is also a suspect, in addition to Belladros Witherbloom. The party studied up on the matron to learn her commitment to the natural order of things, including death. Despite her compassion towards the were-raven Kithri, a moment known only to Ovi, no lore supports the theory that she bends the rules for were-ravens or had anything to do with the deployment of Kithri to Strixhaven. Her commitment to death, however, continues to raise suspicion in the party's minds. Next, the party met up with Lorene Arneza to make plans for their negative plane quest. She educated them on the lore. Inside the negative plane, there would be no air, no light, no heat, spheres of annihilation, and the fabled, dreaded Zegyi shadow monsters. The party procured a few items to protect themselves, but stumbled into a plan to borrow the machine the Auric had intended for the siege into the ethereal plane. The Auric members Delta, Garrett, and MacGruber met the sheepish half-orc mechanic Kriega in the ethereal plane and convinced her to loan them the machine, a perfect mechanism for traversing the hostile environment of the negative plane. Party is currently on Witherbloom campus, ready to venture across the wildlands to the location Indigo knows as the entrance to the negative plane. So, what we will do, let me switch over to here. I am going to probably do more verbal descriptions than pictures because it might slow us down if I have to sit here and find the slide associated with all of this. So here is you're on the far left here by swamp number 2. You technically can start in 1, 2, or 3. I will tell you last time you started in number 2. This was the hex with all the eyeballs. So tell me where you'd like to start as you all load up into this machine, gearing up for a trek across, a trek that will take you, like I said, 3 hours to cross if you're in the machine a piece. If you want to stop, that'll add to your time crossing.
And our goal is Mountain 24, correct?
Indigo would know Mountain 24 is the mountain that houses the negative plane. Now, a couple of things that I will tell you that I need to know as you're piloting, because if you decide to move or encounter anything, I need to know who's responsible for what. So, here are the 4 roles. I need you to divvy them up between you. One person needs to operate the forward and backward, basically the accelerator and the brake. One person needs to do the left and right, so the turning is a second set of levers. The third person needs to manage any of the claw motions, so the deployment and use of the claws. And then the last person can do everything else, so opening hatches, turning on the headlights, opening the shutters, all that kind of stuff.
I could do headlights.
Okay, so you're miscellaneous. You will have...
I feel like there's more buttons there.
So you'll have
It's
lever...
Mr. Lanius, actually.
Mr. Lane. So you will have lever 3,
Okay.
lever 8, and lever 10.
Okay.
3 does the shutters, 8 does the headlights, and 10 closes the back hatch.
And 2?
Which one do you want to do?
2's the window shutters. Would that be him?
Sorry, yes, and 2 would be the window
Is
shutters.
it you? 2, 3, 8, 10. Got it.
Okay, who wants to drive?
I'll go forward and backward.
Okay, so you have number 6. I guess you have number 1 too, extending the
Oh, just
legs.
one lever, forward, back. Got it.
Yep, forward, back.
Um,
So you have right and left, and then who wants to do the claws?
So you got the claws.
I guess I do.
all right,
Okay.
I got right and left.
Okay, sounds good. All right, where would you like to start?
The forest?
Do we want to go the path we went last time, or do we want to try to hit different ones?
Do you remember the path from last time?
Yeah, I wrote them down.
No way.
Nice.
We started at Forest 3, then we went to Mountain 7,
Nerd.
then we went to Desert 6, Swamp 10. We kind of zigzagged a little bit.
That was above the table, by the way. In character. Nerd.
Above the table. Okay, got
I say let
I have that you started in the Swamp 2 and then went to Forest 3.
it. Correct, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you
Swamp
can start-
2, then
you can
Forest
start
3
in the
where we
forest
saw
if you want.
Professor Fedrina go into a tree.
Yep.
Nice.
So Fedrina Fedrina Summermask is the centaur teacher of the animals. She's the animal keeper.
Yes. I remember that.
So if you want to start at number 3, you will remember in the past this is where the giant elk herd is that you were able to sweet talk into giving you a ride across the way. There are still elk that roam this, and they are huge elk. They're bigger than normal, and they're already big as they are. But this is a forest hex, so there's trees. It's kind of beautiful. There is one particular tree right in the middle that has a big round body, almost a face carved into it. The elk told you that Professor Fedrina uses it to basically transport herself anywhere on campus that also has a tree. So it's a tree in, tree out.
Jimmy, would my ability to talk to plants help me talk to this tree?
Sure. Is this a spell? Or is this because there's a spell where you actually have a conversation, and then there's other abilities like they can understand you, but you can't really understand them.
No, I can't find it, but it was something, I think it was like a feature.
Have we seen a tree like this on like the Witherbloom dorms?
So Hattie would know this, being a lot of the higher level students learn the spell transport via plants, where you basically enter a tree and you pop out of another tree that you know of somewhere else. I don't know if...
So she's probably
Or something.
casting that spell, not necessarily that this is a unique tree.
Yeah. I thought it was the same thing. She was just like, I'm
I have
already
a
this tree.
charge with my primal awareness.
Okay.
It does look like it's a learn additional spells when you reach certain levels, yeah. But I don't know if I want to use that spell slot. Never mind, I don't care. Keep your secrets.
Okay.
Given to your point, Seth, is if she can do it on any tree, why would this one be unique?
Yeah.
It looks like Actually, roll an Arcana check for me.
I would love to. Thank you.
Can my passive investigation help me get some information here without slowing us down?
Sure. What are you looking for?
Anything of value?
Hattie, or Shelby, roll a history check for me.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. This tree has been enchanted with this spell. You just need a password for it.
Oh, okay.
And it still relies on your knowledge of the tree destination.
Okay. So I don't have a tree specific in the mountain region that we could just teleport to, probably.
You have been all over this place, and you have a ranger who has this as her favored terrain.
Are you saying that we could possibly teleport through with the...
What I'm saying is I'm seeing if Shelby can roll high enough on a history check to see if she's ever learned the password to this.
I rolled an 11.
11? You needed a 15.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean you couldn't ask somebody real quick.
I mean, if you're gonna
You know what?
give
Do
us
this.
something, if I can do it, I'm happy to use inspiration for it.
Roll for Delta just for kicks because she's a Witherbloom student too.
You don't know either.
I
Use
can message
inspiration.
the centaur.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go fuck off.
I can message the centaur and ask her. Would that help?
Can we teleport all of us and this tank, though?
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Okay. I will cast sending, excuse me.
That's the fast forward button.
It's a level 6 spell. So Delta can get it next level. She can get this spell if she wants it.
I will cast sending to this centaur person.
Okay.
And just... This is Ovi Promenade. I'm with the Witherbloom twins. We would like to make use of the tree for research. Can we have the password?
Make a persuasion
Please.
check. Please. You have one word left.
Please.
Yeah, make a persuasion check.
Okay. Stop with that. Okay. Persuasion, I'm pretty proud of it, so...
I mean, you are a charisma character.
Oh.
Oh!
That would be a dirty 30.
Okay.
Whoa!
She
There it
says, well, not many people figure that out. Absolutely, especially if you're with Witherbloom students. You can tell them that the password is, and she gives you this kind of cryptic, only Witherbloom students would know this.
Okay.
As you relay that to Hattie and Delta, who are living on this Witherbloom campus, immediately know what the password is. Hattie, I'll let you make it up. Shelby, what do you want the password to be for this tree? Something Witherbloom themed.
Horsey.
Oh no. Pass.
If you say two for forever, I'm gonna.
What's something from a Parent Trap?
Oh yeah.
Was it
How about-
Chauncey? What's the name of the horse?
What's the boat?
The boat?
Isn't
The
it the Elizabeth?
Queen Elizabeth. That's the password.
Okay. Which I think is also a flower of some kind, right?
Sure.
So perfect.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
Queen Elizabeth. As soon as you do that, the tree almost wakes up with these knowing eyes, but more of like programmed eyes. It doesn't appear to be sentient, and it does this like doorknob from Alice in Wonderland yawn. Now, Hattie, you're the one who spoke the password. Where would you like the partner tree to open up? What tree do you know of, and where do you want to be? Where do you want it to come out?
Oh, fuck. Do we know other trees?
Yeah, here, hold on. Well, I mean, you know all of this, don't you?
Yeah, right. I know all this, Jimmy.
So look at the map. I will tell you, based on my notes, you could go to any swamp or forest hex you've visited before. The other ones were very barren of trees. So
What about?
We
That
went to
would be-
Forest 18. That's where we ended last time.
Nice.
Grassland
there.
21. I have you went to Forest 22.
I have Forest 18. It's because I wrote down there were little creatures with roots and a gigantic bird and pixies protecting the flowers, and then they transformed into owls/frogs.
Show your
Did you
receipts.
just do a history check on Jimmy?
You're right. You totally did. It looks like I copied it over and deleted half of it. So
We did both.
It was in session 14 on June 13th.
There we
Jimmy.
go.
Yeah, per the bylaws.
all right. So in Forest 18, when you come up, that I actually can.
Good job, my guy.
Look at you guys jumping the line
Note taking.
here. So this is what you see when you come out. You'll remember you fought pixies here who did turn into malevolent
Yes.
beasts of various kinds, right? And but you got the pixie parasol here. But you do in your tank come out into this cute little glen. But there does appear to be these broken glass kind of mirror things all over, but they've kind of become an organic part of this part of the forest as well. In your tank, you come out right in the middle of it, and I will tell you immediately, Hattie, your necklace begins to blossom over itself, kind of rotating, kind of in this just consistent kind of blooming, kind of with the pine cone shape. It starts spinning, put it that way.
Really
Hey guys, look at this.
Woo. Is it
That's
done
what
it
it is.
before? Look at
This is
these.
a perfect reaction set.
Has it ever done that before? Do you know what that means?
I think it did when we were here last time.
Did.
Buy some
I think
spirits.
so too, yeah.
I bet as we get closer to the portal, it's going to do more shit. Or at least, maybe. Can you, like,
I think it was night portals that her thing would do that for.
night
But the night
portals?
portal was in Forest 22. But we just didn't see 18.
Oh.
Oh. Maybe. Is it because we're close to one of those spheres?
Weren't those on the negative plane though?
That's a problem if there is one
I mean, we're
here.
close to the portal that has the spheres,
That's
Yeah.
true.
presumably.
I say let's keep heading toward the portal mountain and keep an eye out on your necklace.
Okay.
Great.
Okay.
So cutting off a good, 3, 6, 9, almost 12 hours of your journey. Well done,
Wow.
team. You begin to head to the north. The mountain range, as you enter it here in Mountain 24, is foreboding. You can see it in the distance, but it is heavily shrouded with dark gray clouds. And leaving this kind of beautiful, fanciful, whimsical, kind of pixie-ridden forest, the temperature immediately shifts. The landscape goes from lush, rich forest to very barren, snowy mountain terrain. And just a reminder, Lorene is with you as well. Did Chessie
Ew.
come? Is Chessie with us?
I feel like she would have wanted, well, no, she doesn't, I don't really want her on the negative plane, but she would have wanted to come to Witherbloom. So we might have had to argue about that.
So now you're in a fight.
Maybe she's hanging out in
She
like
could be in
Swamp 2. Or
She could be
Forest
in
3.
the in the tank, in her cute little dog bed.
Great.
Fair.
What if something happens to the tank?
We
Nothing
will work this out.
better happen to the fucking tank. I
Yeah.
swear to God.
Okay.
So, Garrett's driving, right? As you
Yes.
continue to lead this, your ascent begins very abruptly. This appears to be a big mountain range spanning a big area, and the temperature begins to drop as you ascend. This mountain is much taller than you would have initially thought. You
Just
come
cranking
up.
on that lever.
So it's more like driving a trolley. Like as long as you hold it forward, it goes forward until you bring it back to neutral and it stops. So it's more like a
I mean, you can crank it
joystick.
if that
Yeah.
brings you joy, but I don't think that's necessary.
I want you to feel like you have a purpose. As you crest one of the peaks, you do spot in the distance a huge lizard-looking beast. You need to continue ascending, according to everything that Indigo knows is farther up. This beast is in your way.
Where's the lens on our...
And I would say, Hattie, you know this. This is a basilisk.
So close our eyes?
Oh.
Close the shutters?
You can if you want to. It does not appear to have noticed you yet, but you are, 50 feet away from it. And should you move, it's with, assuming all things being equal, it will notice you, and we'll see what happens.
If we close the shutters, we can't continue to drive, right?
It'll still move.
How much longer till we get to the mountaintop?
You're about a third of the way there.
Can we go around it?
How much longer till we get past this thing, I guess?
So this plateau, anywhere you would try to go to kind of get to the next ascent, you will have to pass it. If you would like to go off more and kind of scale a cliff, you can test out the security of these legs and see if they can climb virtually straight up.
Based on what I know about basilisks, they are attracted to...
Roll history.
Organic life forms that are emitting heat.
Roosters.
I mean, it's possible he won't recognize this as being a life form. Like, it might look too constructy.
I mean...
You said radiating heat, though.
Is our thing radiating heat? Like, it's a machine.
Yeah.
So there's probably some type of, engine that's producing heat, I imagine?
Gas, though. It's
arcane, right? It's cold energy, right? Is it magical?
Can anybody summon any kind of little frog or bird or...
I could try to polymorph it into something tiny.
No, we just need an organic being that's generating heat to distract him from us.
Delta can do that.
Don't make it hard.
Oh, throw out
yeah, Delta. Delta can, create some shit, right?
Animal.
She totally can. Is that what you want her to do?
Do an animal. She does an animal construct or something.
Okay. I'm going to have her, so Delta will summon outside of the tank a rhinoceros, because that's one of the biggest that she can do. It's going to kind of go ahead of you. Basilisks are stupid, and they're not actually that formidable. However, their petrifying gaze is really what you want to watch out for. Let's see. Who wants to roll for let's make a deception check roll for the rhino to see if it can lead it off away from all of you. Who wants to roll? I have Delta's stats here.
One of you guys do it. Our die hasn't been good.
Yeah, I just rolled a bunch of shit, so maybe not me.
6.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, but she has a +8, so...
Okay.
Oh.
Basilisk rolled dirty 20. It pounces on the rhino right away and starts tearing it to pieces.
Hit the gas, Gareth.
Okay. I tell Obi to open the hatch for me.
Okay.
I poke my head out and I try to cast polymorph onto this basilisk.
Okay.
It's a wisdom saving throw.
It has -1 to wisdom, and I rolled a 9, so 8.
Great. Let's transform this thing into... What are my limitations with this?
It can pretty much any beast.
Bats are blind, so that would be good.
Beast.
You could do a snail or a turtle or something.
I
Here's
was
the
going to
thing.
say, yeah.
But
If it has hit points, and if it loses those hit points, it reverts back to its form.
Okay, we won't step on it.
What would be something that would how about a mountain goat?
Great. Cute.
You could have made something that was less adapted to the terrain.
I don't want it to die is the point. If I drop a turtle in this, it's going to immediately die and then turn back to a basilisk.
Wow, that's kind of rude to turtles, but okay.
Great. It's
Mountain goat.
a mountain goat. It is harmless against you as long as you're concentrating on this.
For an hour.
You were able to make it across, and you began the ascent
Well done.
up to.
We got
I will.
like cannons and guns on this thing, right?
Only
No,
claws.
you have openings where you can fire spells out, but there, other than the claws, there's nothing offensive on here. You're the tanks.
But can we breathe if we open the hatch?
No. Well, I mean, right
We
now you
can
can.
right now.
Not if there's no air outside.
Claws are going to be our only option once
Okay.
that happens.
Now,
Tell me I'm supposed to be, but no. Hey, yeah.
just keep in mind, some spells require line of sight and some don't. So take a look at what you got and see what you can do. As you go up,
Point of question, just so I know. Is there like glass or something? Is it open air?
the shutters open. There's a glass, like
Thank you.
like a windshield. Yeah.
That okay.
And so all the shutters are windshield. If you actually want to open up like the arrow slats or be able to do stuff, that would open it up to
Okay.
open air. But the shutters themselves you can see out of
Thank you.
are windows.
Thank you. Okay, sorry.
So while you are in, it is airtight. Now there is a limited supply of air,
Yep.
but it's like 8 hours.
Yep.
Great.
Okay.
Before we
As you ascend,
What could go wrong?
Nothing.
the temperature is dropping rapidly. Ice is beginning to form on the outside of the tank. It is getting unnaturally cold very, very quickly. And about 50 feet from the top, one of your legs gets frozen into place.
I
Does
can melt it with my firebolt.
Well, it's outside. Are you going to get out?
we could
Definitely
pop a
not.
window or one of the arrow slots, right? Or we can send in MacGruber's
My Gruber's
mending.
Oh,
It'd
yeah.
take 10 minutes for him to do that, though.
10 minutes to do what?
Mending.
To just like chip the ice away, can we just like give MacGruber's thing like a little ice pick and just like tick, tick, tick?
Wait, I have fairy fire. Would that be helpful?
That's not actually fire. That's more of a reveal invisibility.
Okay. Well, hey guys, I got nothing.
If we have Indigo fire at this thing, is it possible that she would be damaging our ship or just like melting the ice?
You know, they say don't pour boiling water on your frozen windshield.
Yeah.
Correct.
So really what you're trying to do is probably warm it or grease it instead of superheat it super fast.
Or magically mend it. Like
It's not broken.
Okay.
It's just frozen in place.
Does somebody else have Mage Hand?
Yeah, I've made him.
Yeah, there you
seems
go.
helpful.
can
I
he
also have
mage
Mage Hand?
Yes.
I mean, we're talking like this is like the leg of an elephant. Like the
Right.
legs carrying this thing. There's 6 of them, so it looks like a kind of a.
Can I have someone's weapon that I could mage hand carry out there and like just like chip away at this ice? But I feel like the longer we wait here, the more likely something else is probably also going to freeze.
Yeah.
No, you may not have my weapon.
Okay.
I mean, I hand you a dagger. That's about all I got. A whip won't do much.
Ooh, or would it? Could you crack the ice with the whip? Break it up?
Now MacGruber does have a flame-throwing cannon, but
What about
again,
our
you would
sunlight
have to
thing?
attack.
That doesn't warm things.
You would
which
have
I
to
think is
attack yourself.
bullshit.
Well, not necessarily. If we want to thaw it, then he could blast the flamethrower into proximity, not actually target, just like
So it's near it, like an
yes,
oven.
to heat it.
Like underneath the leg, like the
Yeah.
leg comes up like this and it's like below it.
Right.
Like
We're just thawing, and then while it's thawed, maybe do a quick lube job on the joints with his
tinker things.
Kinda
tinker.
warm 'em up,
Yeah. If that helps, I would give him inspiration to do this.
Okay. I think this is a cool idea.
We
Okay.
need the fire.
I'm looking at his infusions to see if there's anything he could help with.
Meanwhile, we'll just kind of keep the claws moving.
Yes.
It's like
good call.
Okay.
Don't freeze on me type of thing.
Don't freeze.
So MacGruber takes off this little contraption from his belt. You open the back hatch. He throws it over. It becomes this magical cannon, and he directs it to fire some bursts of flame near the leg. And you, assuming you're using the levers to kind of move it back and forth to try and knock off some of the ice. I'll say it takes... Someone roll a d10 for me.
I got it.
Do you have it?
You guys got it.
6 rounds. So it takes 36 seconds for it to thaw.
Okay.
And you finally feel it let go, and you're able to continue the ascent.
Good job.
You finally make it to the top, and I mean there is a thin coating of ice over the entire thing. This you see before you a cave entrance.
Lorene, you think we are gonna be okay in here?
She is looking very excited and apprehensive about all of this. And she is, gung-ho, ready to continue to move forward. You walk in, and there at the back side of this cave is a jet black tear in space. And out of it is just gushing like an air conditioner, freezing cold air, which is what is making this space so cold. However, standing sentry in front of that is a giant monster made of stone / metal. It has not moved yet, but it does appear to be guarding this entrance here.
Before we get any closer to it, I just want to briefly pop open the hatches just to get a last bit of fresh air before we seal them down.
Beautiful.
So we are fully set for a new 8 hours. Tighten it down again.
Guys, do we think we want to try to talk to this monster and just say like, hey, can you let us through? What are the odds?
Or sneak around?
0.
I'll ask.
We're in a tank, so I think sneaking's probably not gonna...
Yeah.
He seems just.
Yeah. Do it.
Who's
Do it,
got
Shelby.
good persuasions?
Oh, let Delta do it.
Oh,
Because Delta's Witherbloom and she has good charisma stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, you play Delta then.
All right, so you're going to open the hatch. Freezing cold air. I mean, the temperature drops 50 degrees almost immediately and begins to get colder and colder
Reclose.
as you're out. If Delta's going out, I'll fast forward this for you. Every pitch that she seems to make to this creature seems to fall on deaf ears. It appears to have no sentience, but it does move. At her approach in a defensive stance, it pulls off 2 stone clubs and is there ready to defend anyone that would try to get past it into the negative plane.
We sacrifice Delta and continue on.
This is
I
being recorded.
You want to
I would
text
like
Stephanie?
to cast hypnotic pattern on this
Okay.
creature.
All right. I need everyone to make a Constitution saving throw.
God damn it, Brian.
Just for the cold. We're going to see how the cold is affecting you.
I
It's
mean,
going
we're
to
back in
start...
now.
We're in the
We
tank.
reclosed it. We're
Well,
not leaving it open.
if you're casting a spell, are you going out there to do that? Do you have
Can
to
I
have
not
line-
do it
You said
through?
we have the things.
Like as long as it's line of
Okay.
sight. Like
Yeah, you can use that line of sight for that. Yeah.
yeah.
I ain't rolling shit.
Okay. If you're all locked up tight in the tank,
Yeah.
then you don't need to.
While Delta was out, I want to do a little poison spray.
Okay. You're going to go out
It's
with...
already open.
At the monster.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead. What do I need to do?
Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Also, I'm assuming that if this isn't working, Delta's not just like hanging out there. She's gonna jump back in.
She came back in. Fair enough.
Yeah. Tries a lot. She's
14.
not gonna stick around out there.
8 out of 15.
Okay. As you fire this poison spray at the monster, it appears to have no effect. It is immune to poison. However, I do need you to roll initiative, but I'm gonna let we're gonna kind of alternate because if y'all are inside the tank, the four of y'all decide what you want to do.
Fair.
And it will have then its turn. I will let someone roll initiative versus this to see who goes first.
Oh.
My initiative's good. Hold on.
Well, he rolled a natural 2.
Great job.
Okay.
All right, so y'all are back in the tent. This thing begins to take a step towards you now that a hostile move has been made.
Mm-hmm.
So what are y'all gonna do? I'll give you each a turn.
Hypnotic pattern.
Okay. He is immune to being charmed and frightened because it is.
Why
a
did we do
stone
something aggressive for him?
statue.
You guys were fucked.
I mean, we are in an armored tank. Can we not just like proceed
Go around
forward?
Claws.
Yeah, let's stay in this tank. Let's tank this guy.
Okay, so the tank. Who's in charge of the claws? That's
I am.
So-
We're doing
Okay.
claws as we continue to roll forward, right?
yes.
Yeah.
So you're trying to make an attack with the claws. Beautiful.
Really, we just want to like knock
We're just
him
going
over.
toward the thing, so
You will have to either move him or convince him to get out of the way if you're going to reach the entrance.
This probably will not have any effect as we're doing, but can I shine the light at his face area to see if it blinds him in any way?
Put it right in
What
his
I will
face
do
like that.
is give you advantage on your claw attack with that.
Okay.
If you want to do that.
Okay, you've got
Hell
it.
yeah.
So here are the claws. It's a +8 to hit. If it hits, it's 2d6 bludgeoning damage, and you can make 2 attacks, one with each hand.
dirty 20,
Yes.
21.
Beautiful. So roll 4d6 for me.
Nice. Is this a large creature?
Yes,
Oh, it's a creature.
I would like
it's a construct.
Okay.
Sorry. Well, I guess creatures that.
Yours suck. 11.
Okay.
I'd like to do a snare.
That takes a minute to cast.
Yeah.
You start working on it,
Yeah.
and you have rope that you're going to take out and do that.
Yeah.
So you're going to open the hatch.
Yeah. What do you guys think?
I mean,
I guess we're not moving left and right.
we have to either restrain him or something because unless we can grapple him with the claws, I don't think he's just going to let us walk by him.
Which we got 11.
skirt him.
So.
It has
How-
legs, correct?
Yeah, I'll be brave.
Yeah.
I'll be working on the snare. It'll be cold. I get it.
It does say that he is grappled if he's hit, and you hit twice, so I will say both of them have him
Oh,
he is grappled.
Oh,
He's
neat.
also
Can we,
now very
can we
close to
do
you.
a little chuck ski?
You can on your
I
next
like
turn.
it. Yeah.
Like a cool.
can we then like rotate around so that now we're in between and then back away like a lobster?
Yeah.
So Brian cast a spell. You turn on the lights. You grappled. What did you do this round?
I'm gonna start to build my snare.
Okay, start to work on your snare.
She did
It's
the
now the
poison
golem's
break.
turn. It is going to make a couple of.
Wait, we have 2 more people. We have 3 more people in this tank. What are
Sure.
they all doing?
You guys.
We got Lorene. We got all kinds of folks in here.
Yep. What do you want him to do?
I want them to also try to hit him with whatever things that they're able to do.
MacGruber's gonna pop out the top and shoot his gun to try to like blind it.
How will
Well,
that work?
MacGruber
Or
could
he's
do
turning
one
on
of
lights in his
his
eyes.
force cannon
That's what I was
too,
gonna
which would be a
suggest.
really helpful thing, and he
You
would
don't
have
know their
a
character sheets.
disadvantage.
Don't come up with a desktop.
Is
Ooh,
this?
this could be fun. Lorene knows the spell Magnify Gravity.
Yes.
So the gravity in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on a point you can see increases for a moment. Each creature in the sphere must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, it takes force damage. Its speed is halved until it start any. So it basically would anchor him into place, but she can cast it at level 4, so it would be 2, 3, 4, 5d8 force damage, and it would basically be pulling it away to a direction of your choice.
Cool, thanks.
Yes, that.
Yeah.
Okay, so she's going to do that. Let's see, Constitution saving throw. It's not good. That's an 11. So somebody want to roll 5d8 for me for force damage?
16.
And where do you want her to cast it? How much?
16.
Like the backside of him, maybe, because it's pulling, right? Away from
Sure.
us as we're skirting around.
Well, if you did it over here, it can start to pull this way.
Sure.
Y'all can say the body is starting to move. This is where you're trying to go.
Yes.
Over here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, MacGruber can also do one of his force cannons. That would do some damage. And I think it can push him. Let's see. Cannon, flamethrower, force ballista, and it pushes the creature 5 feet away from the cannon.
Could Delta cast reduce?
Yeah. That's great. Natural 1 on that save, so it can get reduced down to a medium-sized creature. It does save on force ballista, so it takes half damage. Someone roll 3d8 for me.
Got it.
Thank you.
Nice. 18.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow, you got almost, 5. 18. I can do math. Okay. So here's the lay of the land. If you let this thing go, which you can, it has been pushed. Are you going to keep it grappled, or are you going to let MacGruber push it?
Yeah, once this thing starts getting pushed, we let go of it.
Okay.
Go.
All right. It is down to medium size because it was large and it's shrunk. It is going to try to do a strength save to pull against the gravity well, which was not good. That's an 11. So as it begins to try and stretch its way to you, the gravity is pulling it backwards. It is also much smaller. Now would be a time on your turn. It's not going to... Let's see, can it throw?
Move and dash.
Move and dash.
Okay, here's what it can do. I need someone to roll a d20 for me. This is a creature. Yeah, make a d20. Just someone roll a d20 for me.
There you go.
I'm not rolling well.
Yeah. You got this.
15?
15 plus. Well, it doesn't really have a wisdom save. This thing appears to be made of stone. Obviously, it's magically animated, but a magical force comes out of its hands as it is reaching at you. And for narrative's sake, you've been slowed. And so I'm going to say that the ice around all of the legs starts to harden a little bit. You can still move, but you can move at half speed.
Okay.
Dang, we won.
I will say that's its turn as it's frantically trying to get to you to do what it's supposed to do. But if you would like to make a dash for the entrance to the plane, you can.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I think my action is just like forward, like, let's get out of here.
You
Okay.
still don't have to truncate. You can just...
If you
Hold
want
it.
to, I
There it
will
is.
give you that. All right. So as you enter this, it's almost like size and space doesn't really matter. It's almost like you don't really have to squeeze into this 1-inch little space. You can walk straight towards it, and all of a sudden the tank is in complete darkness. Outside of the tank, you hear rushing wind. You particularly hear a loud whooshing. It's not even a blowing, it's more of a sucking. That is directly in front of you, maybe 100 feet or so.
Sounds like a sphere of annihilation.
What's your necklace doing?
Your
We're in
necklace...
the portal now, right?
I forgot. Yes.
Okay.
Hattie, the pine cone waxy cover has completely melted off of this amulet. It was a disguise all along. And what you see is this beautiful hexagon kind of shape with this somehow swirling black vortex that looks to be going almost infinitely inside itself. The edges is made with precious metals that have runes built in them. It is, not only is that melted off, but you can feel a tugging in your innermost soul that this thing is finding something, has connected to something to control.
Let's get out this bottle of sunlight, guys, and let's see what we can see.
Yeah.
I think Delta had it, right?
Yes. So you're going to open it inside the tank?
Yeah, we need to
Oh,
find a way to affix it to the
I'm
outside.
going to throw this out there because
Done that before we went in.
Andrew specifically said this last week, so I'm going to let this fly. He said he wanted Piper on the outside of the tank, his little mechanical beast who doesn't need to breathe.
Yeah, with...
I will let him offer a strategic plan to give the bottle of sunlight to Piper to open outside
Yeah,
of
our
the
little
tank.
headlight.
Wow, Drew, that's such a good idea. I can't believe you're such a smart guy.
I'm
He
so
gets
glad
one,
you thought of
and-
that in advance.
MacGruber gets one and Delta gets one. So that's MacGruber's contribution here.
Okay.
As you direct, or as he directs Piper to unbottle this sunlight, you see a barren wasteland before you.
nothing.
And actually, I don't really have anything for it because I did not expect you guys to do this. I made this a long time ago. Your light, if I can play around with this a little bit. Oh, come on. Oh, what happened?
Cool. It's in the back.
Oh, it didn't. Here we go. Okay, I keep hitting it off. Here we go. If I go off screen, it doesn't like it. Let's see. Here we go. And let's make it yellow.
Stan, have a cloak right now.
Okay.
Yeah, never mind.
What you see is gray desert. It almost looks a little reminiscent of the ethereal plane. There is no life in this space. Everything is dusty, rocky, kind of protruded out. There's no flat surfaces. But you notice a couple of things right away. As Indigo expected, there is this vortex of light. You actually see the sunlight you've created being sucked into this kind of black hole event horizon right here. It has pulled everything. You see this like vacuum cleaner effect of anything within this radius around it. Dirt, stones that are just getting sucked into it, into nothingness, obliterated. Indigo, you would know from your vision, Bracken is in a crystal right on the other side of the vortex. His little crystal that he's in is stuck under a rock like this. And so he's not being sucked into it, but he is within the kind of 10-foot radius of this that will suck him in if he is dislodged.
Do we know this to be a sphere of annihilation, perhaps?
I think you could safely assume that.
Okay.
What else would it be, Bri?
You also
Big
you
sign.
also see
Of course.
two of these. Let's see. I'm going to bring this to the front. These shadow monsters
No.
that are flying.
Those are pretty big. You sure you want them to be that
I just want you to see the picture I got, right?
big?
So they're kind of like
No.
nightish, but there's two of them
Hey.
that are flying in and around this space. You do see that they are giving this a very wide berth. But as soon as you enter this space, and let's go ahead and put the tank, which
But
I
I
never
feel like
created.
they don't really like the light, and so that's probably doing some damage, don't you think?
Don't they eat the light?
No.
No. They eat heat. Things, something. I don't remember.
Let me pull up my stats for this. I do need you all to make to roll initiative for these, and I'll do individual initiative this time.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fuck me. Natural 20.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
For a total of what?
20 through 24.
Okay.
At 22.
I got 25.
I should not have hit points already gone, right?
Correct.
Long rest.
Okay, I missed a long rest somewhere in there.
Yeah, you
Still
can.
have 15 temporary hit points.
No.
No. So just long rest. It'll clear those. What did you get, Seth?
12.
12. These guys got. All right. Can someone roll for Delta and someone roll for MacGruber?
I got it.
What'd you get, Brian?
25.
25?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
They both got 14s.
Oh, okay, great. I'm going to now. Here's the thing. I'm gonna play both of them plus Lorene. I'm gonna just do some really fast stuff with them. If you have something specific you want them to do, drive the tank, something like that, you let me know.
Got it.
I want to say, like, as we're coming in, like, Lorene, we made it. It's really here.
Right.
She's pretty stoked.
Is she blushing?
She's not.
Is
She,
it because I'm
she
here?
is not in the mood for love right now. This is the most incredible thing that's ever happened to her. All right, plus 3. Lorene is 8.
Are we feeling pulled toward the sphere of annihilation right now?
No. So you're about 100 feet away from it. And Hattie, you get to go first. You're probably this big here.
Yippee.
And again, these are flying, just to be clear. They're about 20, 30 feet up in the air. They have noticed you, and they look malevolent. They look different than Spade of Threes. You get the sense these are more creatures of the plane and not necessarily the denizens of it.
I would like to hold my action until they do anything against anyone in my party. And when they do, I will use firebolts.
So are y'all opening the slits?
We need to put our gear on.
If you do, it will be basically like opening it in outer space. Like all of your air will start to seep out of these.
Can I say let's give the spheres of annihilation a test drive? Can you manipulate it with your mind?
If you want to take control, so this is a great opportunity. Let's talk about how this works.
I'm going to do a spell.
So, the way that your amulet works, and I want to make sure that if you look it up in your inventory, I want to make sure that it does what I hope it does. You basically have, anytime someone would try to control a sphere of annihilation, any major intelligent being can magically take control over it and move it. But it's like a DC 30 check. I mean, it's like you have to be magically intelligent or godlike to be able to do this. Your amulet means that you have to make basically a DC 10 intelligence check. And then you get to move it. The way that the sphere of annihilation works is if it actually completely engulfs the space of a creature, that creature is annihilated. Now, if it's a giant creature and it does part of it, it can slowly start to eat away at it. It'll take multiple turns to do that. Anything that comes within 10 feet of it has to make a dex save or is going to start taking force damage and start to be drawn into the center. Does that make sense? So if you want to use your turn to try and take control of this, you need to make an Arcana check. And you got inspiration from Ovi, so you can add a D8, 10?
D8.
A D8 to your roll if you so choose.
It's Arcana, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 sec.
Oh, this is about to be dope.
That was the thing. I should have rolled the fucking nat 20 for not fucking initiative. No,
Was it a
What's
natural
your
one?
Arcana?
was 3. I got 9.
9.
9 total? 9 total. So as you reach out, there's something magically informing you. As you've been attuned to this thing, it's been with you for months now, and you've known it's been trying to tell you something. It's almost like it's woken up. And you feel this draw towards this void, kind of through this magical being. And as you reach out, almost with some curiosity, you don't quite grasp it. It's still there and it still wants to connect, but your first attempt doesn't succeed.
So fucking annoying. A nat 20 for initiative. And then shit the bed on the thing that mattered.
Okay.
You still do have a bonus action if you would like.
There's literally nothing that I can do.
Can you try again? Just try again.
As a bonus action?
You do it at-
Probably not.
Just once as an action per turn. You can
Okay.
try for that. All right, Garrett, what are you going to do? And again, you can use your move to manipulate the tank, too, if you want.
Right, that's my movement though, right? Not my action.
Why
No,
would
to
that be
drive
nice?
would be an action.
Drive would be an action. Okay.
Indigo, you're next.
Okay.
How bright is it now that we have this whole sunlight thing?
It's like midday. Yeah, I mean, it is very, you can see everything from kind of the center point on top of it up to, I think, 60 feet.
Will you allow me as a bonus action to tell McGruber to have the thing dim the lights a bit?
It can't. Once the bottle is open, the sunlight is out. You stopper the bottle, put the bottle away, the magic has happened.
Okay.
So the Piper does not have any control over it anymore.
I want to use my shadow claw for
Okay.
my dagger of shadows, and I get more benefit if we're in a dim or darkness.
Okay.
Dim light or darkness, so will you give me maybe dim light?
Nope. It's sunlight. Y'all decided it was sunlight.
Alright, I'm still gonna do it.
Can you cast it outside of the sunlight and then move it?
I mean, I'm casting it on one of these monsters.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
or I'm using one of the charges of the Dagger of Shadows on a monster. I would like to use Shadow Claw. It needs to make a strength save against my spell DC, which I think is 17.
Fails.
Okay.
Strength save.
Come on.
Yeah,
let's
it's
say
actually
I
not
do
very
it on
strong. So it was
the- on
8
the
minus
top
4.
monster. Sorry, what were you saying?
It was, yeah, his strength is minus 4.
Okay. So a claw comes out and crushes a target within 120 feet of me. Takes 4d6 necrotic damage.
Mm.
It would be more if it weren't for the sunlight.
Your dice literally need to be thrown in the trash.
Are they?
Sounds
12 points of damage.
Huh?
12 points of damage.
So as you hit, you do notice that the claw that goes out does seem to take a chunk out of this monster. It doesn't seem to do as much damage as you were expecting. It does take some, but it partly looks like it absorbs some of the damage, even if it still does take some. Does that make sense?
Okay. Fair.
They're resistant to necrotic damage.
Good to know. I will use my
Your spell.
meta magic to make that as a bonus action.
Okay.
So metamagic works on your spells, so you can make a spell a bonus action that you want.
Oh,
to.
that's right. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah.
That's fine. And what do you want to do?
Alright, I just need to find where my meta magic is. There it is. 2, okay. I would like to cast let's try Synaptic Static.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Choose a point within range and cause psychic energy to explode there. Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah.
Why is that good?
We'll see if psychic damage does anything good. Can I get both of them with that?
How big is the radius?
Insane. It's huge.
How big is the radius?
20-foot radius, so 40-foot diameter.
Yeah, you can hit both of them with that.
Great.
Geometry.
What kind of save did you say?
Intelligence, 17 to beat.
Okay, one of them succeeds, one of them fails.
Okay, let's just keep hitting the same one that I hit before then, unless you...
However, as you release the spell, the psychic damage has no effect on them.
Oh, God damn it. Alright, we ruled out 2, guys. I just announced that to the room.
Okay, they don't have planes.
psychic.
It's negative plane creatures. Who knows? All right, Indigo.
How did he cast it?
Wait.
So that spell doesn't require like a direct line of sight.
Hey, if it's a negative plane, should we try healing them?
Well, just to be clear, the necrotic damage did do something. It just wasn't as effective as usual.
Okay, all right, don't do that.
So
Don't
I
heal them.
I want you to be informed.
Alright, my turn's over.
Okay, Indigo.
So how do I know which of my spells are
Or what?
Oh.
needing to be outside of the thing?
You have to read it.
Yeah.
You have to see what
Are you
it
doing
says.
like firebolt?
I would love to. That's probably got to be inside.
Well, let's see.
I can't. So
At a creature or object within range. It doesn't say you need line of sight,
correct.
right? It's within range.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, go for it. I'd say you can do Firebolt.
Firebolt these bitches.
Boom boom.
Okay. I
Um,
don't think I ever knew that.
17.
That seems oddly overpowered. Huh?
17.
17 misses. They have some big armor. They are not strong,
I would
but they
like
are
to
armored.
study aim then. For a minute.
And get the advantage? Great, so roll again.
Oh, okay.
Because you're not moving. Yeah, might as well. It's the only way you really can get advantage right now.
17.
17 again? Okay.
Okay.
You use your inspiration? Everyone
I
got
haven't
it.
inspired her.
Yeah.
No, but everyone got inspiration last time.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
Okay. So
So
it's plus an 8.
one more time.
Plus 7.
Hmm?
Plus 7. So
Plus-
16 plus 7.
Well, no, that's different than his bardic inspiration. Basically, inspiration just means you get to roll again.
Yeah. I swear I know how to play this game.
It's
How about an 8?
8 is not good enough. That a natural 1?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Trying.
Trying. It's cold.
Yeah.
It's cold. All right, anything else you want to try?
I'm just readying my steady aim for the next time.
Okay, sounds good. It is their turn. They're going to swing down. Let me see.
So I can
Here
bring
we go,
him
actions.
outside of it.
All right. They're going to make 4 attacks with their tendrils.
You get 15 feet on that.
So I'll tell you, the tank has 200 hit points, just so you know.
200 hit points.
Yeah, I'm just going to have to average out this damage.
Okay.
All right, so we got a natural 20 what did I tell you the AC was of this? Did I?
You said like 25 or something.
I think it was like 18. I think it was very high.
I heard 30.
30? Mm-hmm. Wow, everyone's memories are so
good. So good.
different.
It's AC 20.
Okay.
Hit
Good
points
job.
200. Okay.
All right.
All right. So with a plus 8, I need at least a 12. No. And actually 2 natural 20s. Look at that. All right. So let's do 18. So 30. 32 points of damage from the first one. You just hear this thunder of doom, 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 doom. I don't think it is immune to necrotic damage. It needs to make a dexterity saving throw, which I think is low. Fails, so it takes another 9. What I'll tell you, non-magical armor, it's a -1 penalty to the AC with its necrotic bolt. So it's now down to an AC of 19.
That's not good.
Second one only hits
Pretty
one time,
focused.
so that's another 9. Okay.
No, she is.
This thing, not only are you getting the bludgeoning damage from it, but it's starting to corrode the outside. But their turns are over. MacGruber is going to go, and he is going to cast... let's see. He's going to cast Fireball. Why not? Because go big or go home. At 3rd level. They need to make dexterity saving throws. Ooh, wow, they did really well on that. 16, they both beat that. Still, 8d6 damage. So they each take 14 points of fire damage, but when you see this fire hit their skin, it does so much more damage than you would have expected, even as they dodge out of the way. So they actually both take full damage as they offset that. 27, 154, 27, 160. Got it. And I don't think he can do a bonus action. You know what? He should have hunters marked that and gotten an extra d6 of damage. So they got an extra 8.
Guys, fire seems to work pretty well.
Okay, now it is Delta's turn. So she's going right after. What would y'all like Delta to do?
Light 'em up.
Does she even have fire abilities?
Let's see. She has Wall of Stone, Enlarge Reduce, Conjure Animals, Blight. But that requires line of sight.
Okay.
She has Polymorph. But you have to be able, that also requires line of sight. Thunderwave would not help everyone in the carriage. Let's see. She has Produce Flame, but it's in her hand. Let's see what kind of... how about this? What if you have Delta drive?
Okay.
You want to move towards Bracken? Because you can move and dash in this and get over here. Now the question is are you prepared to leave the sunlight to go where you know you need to go?
Piper's on the ship,
Mm-hmm.
so the sunlight's coming with us.
Nope, that's not the way the bottle of sunlight works. It happens at the moment you take it out, it does sunlight, and that's where it stays. It doesn't travel with the bottle like a light spell.
Oh, I didn't understand that.
And what's this thing we got from Ollie again?
It's a flashbang.
I don't know if we want to get that close, right?
Okay?
What is this? What is the
I don't know.
sounds I'm hearing?
I think
Is that on your side,
Brian
Brian?
muted, yeah.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I just thought I was going crazy.
Well, Delta can drive. She's
Okay.
made it that far. You can decide what to do.
Okay.
If you really want to go around, you'll have to go into the darkness.
I want Hattie
Unless
to
you
try
have
to
some
do
kind of true sight
annihilation
or something
again.
like that.
Yeah.
It is Ovi's turn, and then Lorene.
I am going to... Actually, I think I'm going to save my higher spell slot, and I am going to cast Enhance Ability at 3rd level, so I can target 2 people. And
Okay.
I am going to play like Chariots of Fire. Dun, 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 dun. Whatever. So, dun, but I was trying to make it like a little rocky.
There you go.
Sorry. Yeah, that was. Thank you. Anyway, stupid.
Good job.
Yeah, there you go. Cast Enhance Ability on Hattie, and I'm gonna do Lorene.
Okay.
For intelligence, just because I know she's also trying to take as much data as she can from this very quick experience.
Okay.
Trying to smooth things over. So Shelby will have advantage for the next hour on intelligence checks.
Beautiful, which would include Arcana. Any skills that use intelligence. Beautiful. Okay.
That's my turn.
Okay. You have bonus action?
No.
What you want to do? No. All right. It is Lorene's turn. Lorene is, stoic as always, but so almost overwhelmingly, just overwhelmed with what is going on right now. You see her actually pull out this magic item she has. And it's this loop of a scroll, but it's twisted, so it's a... Do you know what a Mobius strip is?
Yes.
And she begins to kind of cycle it through her hands as she begins to speak this incantation. And the fun thing about this is it's a little random. So what is written on this? Actually, she would have rolled this at the beginning of the day. Let's see. Dimension Door. So she has that. That actually may not help us here. And Magic Missile. Magic Missile's not bad. It does say see within range. Okay, let's pause that. She would have known that before she went into it. I just wanted you to see her cool magic item. How's catapult work? I didn't look at all these. Sorry, I'm playing 3 characters I don't know super well. Okay, catapult doesn't require line of sight. So she's going to cast catapult at level 4 on a rock, fling it up at one of the creatures. What's weird is, and she wouldn't have known this, and none of you would have known this, it seems to hit it but go through it almost as if it was a shadow. It does. It is immune to bludgeoning from non-magical attacks.
Dang.
So
Thanks, girl.
she tried, it's one of her few offensive spells. Here's what she's going to do, though, as a bonus action. You see her as she kind of tries to do this spell. It fails. She learns something. You've seen Ovi do something similar like this. Although Ovi, when he duplicates himself, actually creates a physical entity, right? Or
It's
is
technically
it
an illusion, but it's indistinguishable. So
okay. She makes a spectral duplicate that's obviously spectral,
Yep.
and and as soon as she does that, she kind of collapses on the ground unconscious, and you see the ghost form of her phase through the tank and venture out into the darkness. Okay, Hattie, back to you. You have inspiration from Ovi, and you have what's an enhance ability? Is it advantage?
Advantage on intelligence checks.
So you have advantage plus not a bardic inspiration. She already used that, right? So you have advantage on your Arcana check to take control of the sphere.
I have advantage on it?
Yep, because Ovi enchanted you with enhance ability. You are smarter than you've ever been.
Okay.
If you'd like, I'm gonna get out of this tank with all these idiots.
What'd you get with advantage?
10.
Good, that's what you needed.
Oh,
10?
10 is what you need. That's what the
Okay,
benefit of your
great.
necklace is. You don't need a 30, you need a 10.
10.
As soon as you do this, you feel this psychic connection. You see her eyes go black, just momentarily, just flash. And you have this awareness of this incredible, hungry void that's not that far away from you. And you almost get that equal sense. You almost get caught up into feeling this sense of insatiable hunger as things are drawn in.
Uh-oh.
But you dominate that sense. And with this magic amulet on your chest, you feel this thing come under submission to your will. While you can't change its natural entropic ability, you can move it up to 60 feet every turn.
Okay. Can I move it to encompass these assholes?
You can get one of them.
Okay. I want the one that is the least hurt looking.
Okay, so that's the one on the bottom. It's right behind you. So the tank could end up within 10 feet of it.
No. Do the other one.
Okay.
And then we'll move and then it'll be good.
As this flies up here, you all hear this strange screech. It's almost like someone's yelling underwater, or like if you were drowning a parrot, kind of underwater. It's like this. It's strangely muffled, but disturbing. But like it's just not a natural sound that any of you have heard. There's a dullness to it. Oh wow. For all of its dexterity, it does fail. As it gets there, you begin to see it begin to pull, because you're in the sunlight now, and you begin to see this sphere that just appears to be spinning wildly, sucking everything into it. And as you baseball chuck it up at this thing, it is not able to get out of the way in time, and it goes whoosh, and it gets sucked in as if it never existed.
wow.
Damn.
One
Is
down.
Lorraine kind of upset about that?
She's unconscious right now.
Is her ghost kind of upset about that?
She's off in the darkness somewhere. She did not see this happening.
Well, cool beans. All right.
Okay? So it's floating up here. You can all see it very clearly now. It is massively powerful. All right, Garrett.
If I try to drive, will this thing have an attack of opportunity? Probably.
Yeah?
Okay.
I will say, even though you're going into the darkness and don't know what's there, you do know exactly where his body is. So if you would like to help him drive towards where you know Bracken is, you can.
Yeah, let's go to
So y'all could work together. Y'all are right next to each other in initiative.
What if I can I use a cantrip to cast light kind of on this thing's face to where we can maybe get away easier?
To like blind it in some way?
Yeah.
Or like, yeah. I think you have to touch. Isn't light a touch spell?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. Never mind.
How do I know that? I
It
don't
sure
know
is.
too much about this.
Gotta use that noggin for something. I could firebolt on our way out.
Do I have to like get out to do firebolt though?
I don't have to, no.
She doesn't have to.
Oh, I think I did too. I would.
It's the same spell. You should be
Yeah.
able to.
Oh what?
It's the same spell. You can do firebolt.
Okay.
So y'all going
yeah.
after, you're going after the creature. You're not driving.
What's her name's driving?
We're trying to
Delta's
develop-
Delta's driving. So do you want to help Delta then navigate?
Yeah.
Okay. So why don't you hold your turn? You and Delta can go together.
Yeah, let's do. Let's just do a firebolt at this thing.
Only when Brian talks. His voice, his
And I'm gonna. Can I twin it and do 2 attacks?
No, twin. You have to pick 2 separate targets.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
It's not.
head
It's
and
not
his
like an
butt.
extra attack, but you get higher damage because you're casting it at level 10.
19 to hit.
19 hits. And you get to roll 2d10 for damage.
$12 points of damage.
Which, because he's vulnerable, doubles to 24.
Yeah.
This thing is unhappy. Anything else you'd like to do?
No, I think I'll leave it there.
Okay. Indigo's going to wait to help navigate, which means that it's the creature's turn.
love
It's
that.
going to come over. I'm going to just fudge this a little bit. Come over on this side, and still with its low level of intelligence is going to make a whole bunch of attacks against the tank, trying to get something out of this. 1, 2 of these hit.
Can I still rebarbs that?
You can. Yep, that
Nice.
one misses.
Good job.
So we got 1 hit off of that. Then I have to see if this recharges. It does not. So that's the only damage that it takes, which is the tank takes another 9 damage, but that's all it can do.
You have advantage on either your next attack roll or ability check.
Cool, cool.
It is going to hover right behind the tank, though.
Okay.
All right. And since the other one is annihilated, it is MacGruber's turn. He is going to cast a cannon outside the tank to do a flamethrower. Since we now know that that works, it's going to have to make a dexterity check. Which, man, it fails miserably. Man, I'm doing feast and famine tonight. So 3d8 of damage from the flamethrower is doubled. So 16 doubled to 32.
Sheesh.
This thing is starting to really look rough. It is now Delta and Indigo's turn. So
Let's go.
let's roll. If you know where it is, I don't see any reason why you shouldn't be able to make it. You are still there blind. You are now out of the sunlight in this dark space. You don't see Bracken, but you know exactly where he is.
Okay.
He is right in front of you, tucked under a rock.
We're grabbing him and pulling him in the hatch.
Okay. So you and Delta navigated. Lorene is still scouting somewhere in the darkness. It is Hattie's turn. Now, anybody can use the controls to try to pick up. Indigo's the only one that technically does know exactly where he is. I will tell you, these pincers are designed for, it's like an alligator, right? It's meant to crush. They are offensive weapons, so this kind of delicate picking up, you would need to make a dexterity check if you want to run those controls.
Well, then maybe should we just back up into it so that the hatch is there?
You can do whatever you want.
Would you allow the levitate spell to be used?
Does it require a line of sight?
Creature that or loose object of my choice that I can see within range. I can't see it.
No one can see
that's true.
anything
Yep.
right now.
Just okay.
Okay, well, Hattie's still got the annihilation, so I feel like you should not worry about the pinchers right now.
Now, if your double is an illusion and you can cast
Through him.
touch spells,
I could do that.
that I would give you.
Does Bracken seem like he's still being pulled?
You can't see anything. You know from memory where the Tevedeo told you he was.
And that he was being pulled.
But he is shrouded in the magical darkness just like you guys.
Okay.
The crystal doesn't have any, like, light?
Are we out
That's
of turn
piercing.
now, or are we just like narratively doing this?
Well, a lot of you get to go before it goes again, so I'm letting you all kind of decide how you want to divvy up your turns.
Oh.
If you want to attack, or if you want to try to brainstorm how to get Bragan.
If
I have telekinesis.
well, here's what I'm thinking. If I could channel the divinity and pop my illusion on the outside as well. And if he hunts around and finds it, like I could bring it closer, but then you're gonna need to probably take over, right, with your telekinesis. Could you do that? And then we could just float our way out of here.
Sure. You want to tag team it?
Yeah, let's try that. Bracken's small, right?
Mhm.
Okay. So I will channel divinity and start looking in the dark by feel, I guess.
Okay. Make an investigation check with disadvantage. Now, if Indigo is helping you for this turn, then you can do a straight roll.
Okay.
For my whole turn?
Are you willing to give your whole turn for that?
Yeah,
You
I can do that. I got nothing else to... You said yes?
Okay. Oh, great. 14.
Okay. I'll give you that for a 14.
Okay.
Your illusion knows exactly where it is.
Okay. Then I will cast levitate enough to, or no, well, I don't know that he can. So I will cast levitate to bring it as close to the ship as I can.
The door.
Like, just...
Yeah. So your double can physically move objects,
It can I can cast spells through it.
but the levitate just makes it go up and down, right?
Sure. Oh, sure. I'm trying to think, how can I get this to where he can see it, though? That's what we need to do, right? Do I have the lights? I don't think I have the light spell.
Do you want
I
me to
do have the light spell! I do. So if I can find Bracken, can I touch Bracken and so suddenly like he will magically glow?
Yes, but you are in magical darkness, and you have to dispel it with third level or higher, because it is not natural darkness.
I don't have the spell magic.
But I will say he is floating 5 feet off the ground in his crystal form. Anybody else?
Can Hattie
Well-
annihilate this thing real quick? It's making me nervous.
Yeah, Hattie, you want to do it?
Yeah, I rolled a 17.
Great. Bada bing. This thing is no longer an issue.
I cast telekinesis to bring Bracken.
To the light?
So here's what I'll have you do. Make a spell attack roll with disadvantage as your friends are trying to tell you about where it is, to see if you can pull it along with you.
Okay. With disadvantage,
Disadvantage.
that's a good start. Great. 24.
Okay. I'm going to say that you get him with your, as you close your eyes, and I totally imagine a Luke Skywalker moment. Like,
Feel the
you're like
voice.
feeling out, and you grab this thing floating in midair, and y'all begin to backtrack into the sunlight with Bracken in tow here in... so what is the plan? Is the plan to back out all the way and exit?
Lorraine, is she just not coming in with us?
Great. I'm gonna have to.
She's just unconscious in the... She's projecting her consciousness out there. You can try to wake her up if you want to.
I don't know.
Can we somehow,
Give her
like,
a little bit of time?
contain this sphere of annihilation?
Make me an offer.
Put it in the bar.
Oh, that sounds dangerous.
Does Hattie's necklace,
Hold it? Yeah, I think it holds it.
like, what happens if she goes up to it or something? Like, will it suck her in?
Oh, yeah. And she would know that, being as close as she is now. Now, I'm going to say you're out of initiative, so let's just problem solve here. I'm also, my laptop is about to die, so in case I lose you...
Okay,
Bag of
probably
holding.
not then. Never mind.
Oh.
That's typically
Do we
ill-advised.
want to bring this out of the negative plane and just like stash it somewhere?
Can we bring the negative plane anywhere?
Or is it safest?
Ooh,
to
we
leave it
still
here?
have this monster outside of here that might attack us as we leave, so
Might
it
need
could
some
be beneficial to
annihilating.
bring it with us.
And here's the thing: I thought it was just a continuous thing, but we're realizing it has a limited amount of reach. It might, I don't know, eat up a mountain nearby it, but once things are out of its range, it's just going to stay there. So we could pull it out and then have it ready, stashed in Witherbloom somewhere until we need it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. Like, chat.
Does
Yeah, it's up to you.
Hattie's new wisdom know this particular range?
She knows everything about this.
What is the range of
Can I
this
trust
sphere of
Hattie?
annihilation?
So it's a 10-foot sphere, 10-foot radius around it.
Oh, that's not that big.
Can we get to the
Ooh,
Demigoth?
how long does Enlarge Reduce
Where's
last?
the Demigoth Titan?
Delta knows.
Not right now. She saw it initially,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's
I will
been
tell you.
moving.
It's tall.
I mean, y'all have a way to find everything. So
Can I
It
take-
lasts for 1 minute. I'm guessing that's gone.
Can I take Video the
I was just gonna say I could like
Demigoth
reduce
Titan.
it, but that doesn't
you want
last
to do that
very
right
long.
now?
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Okay. As you all are figuring this out, Indigo sits down in the back, pulls out the compass, begins to extend her consciousness, and you find out, I will give you the basics, it is on Witherbloom campus. You imagine that with this, it is a couple 100 miles away from Strixhaven, but it is actively working its way that
Like
direction.
on that map we just saw?
Oh, not even close. Like way far out in the wildlands, but moving with much intention. Like closer to where Delta grew up.
The Demigoth Titan is what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
So let's say 100 miles from Strixhaven campus. Probably 85, 90 miles where you are from where you are right now.
It's getting close, guys.
Okay.
Are we taking this thing out with us?
Yeah, I think that's what Hattie wants to do. She's the boss of it. I support
I don't know.
this.
What do you guys think we should do?
I think it's a great idea, Hattie.
Yeah, I mean, we could just stow it on top of this mountain. We
Yeah.
know where it is.
Okay.
Okay, so as you head back towards the entrance, you do start to hear the shrieks of more of these creatures kind of heading your direction, but you make it back out into the cavern area. Bracken is still levitating there. You do see this creature that has now freed itself, kind of waiting sentry with both of its clubs. It's now back to its normal height, and there's no gravity well anymore. As soon as you exit the negative plane, though, Lorene comes to, and she's like, looks kind of around a little concerned, and then starts to piece together that y'all must have left the negative plane.
I feel like we should keep this guy here to like defend people from going like to the negative plane. Like I don't think we should get rid of him.
If he tries to...
I mean, what are they going to do in there?
Die, so he'll stop them from going in there.
I don't know. Is he trying to attack us right
Go
now?
around him.
He does put himself... you do get the sense that he is tasked with the portal. Nothing should be coming in or out. Mm-hmm. And so wherever the... Like if you're heading towards it, he's going to stop you. If things are coming through, he's also going to defend where he's at from any creatures coming through that way.
All right.
So he does appear to
that's
be
kinda nice, though.
hostile. But as you come around the edge, and pull this thing into the space, it does... You put the sphere of annihilation in between you and the creature, and it does keep back up and out of its radius.
Interesting.
Oh,
It's
okay.
been programmed well.
So we just make our way out of this cave.
You are able to make your way out of this cave, remembering that it is very, very cold outside.
Can I investigate what Bracken's covered in?
He seems to be sealed inside a crystal of some kind.
Yeah, like what kind?
One of natural origin. I don't know what you mean by that.
I think I opened the
Probably
hatch
would have
and
to
like
break.
bring Bracken inside the tank now.
Briefly.
Okay, so you're going to open the back, pull him in. It gets real cold for a minute, but
Yep.
you do find, it's about this big. His little body, his little 18, 12, 18-inch body's in there. He looks alive. He looks like he's dreaming and almost having a nightmare. Kind of got a furrowed brow, but he's there, kind of motionless, but alive. Signs of life.
Let's try and ready something. Like, does anybody have hold person in case he comes out pretty cray-cray?
Delta does.
I don't think we're worried about him.
I also have lesser restoration. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but we also don't have to crack him open right now. I assume if we take him
To the hospital?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somebody. So I don't want to shatter him. I'm a little nervous about that.
I want to ask Lorene what else she saw.
Yes. She is very reflective right now. Almost like she's had this otherworldly experience. And she's very self-absorbed right now. She's not interested in talking about it just yet.
Is she at least jotting notes in her own world about...
No, it's more like she's kind of hugging her own knees. Just wow, what? Am I scared? Am I amazed? You see her brain is just going 1,000 miles an hour trying to process everything that she just experienced.
Okay.
This was the dream come true. There is, especially with your passive insight, this was everything that she has been mocked for, laughed at, told she's crazy. She saw it, and it's almost like that doesn't even matter anymore because she knows. And that was the big leap of faith that she's dedicated her life to, even in her young age.
I feel like I want to give her a piece of chocolate. I got a chocolate bar and just give her some.
Yes. Perfect.
She takes it. She doesn't really acknowledge you, but she does hold it. Again, no thank you, no, but just really kind of processing all of this.
Jakes, okay. Not even chocolate's helping. Well, let's.
So as we're, again, my computer's about to die. I don't want to, what is the plan for the sphere, and where are you going, and what are you doing with Bracken?
I think we want to leave the sphere on the mountain, probably.
Okay? In this room, or you want to pull it out and kind of put it somewhere?
Probably out. I don't know.
Shelby, what do you think? This is your baby.
Where do you want to leave your sphere?
If we could leave it in the cave, that would be cool.
Great.
But it also could be kind of nice. We know how to get past this monster. It would be nice for it to have a little bit of protection. We don't want just anybody stumbling upon this. We don't want everyone to know about it. And if we just pop it out, then it might
Okay.
suck everything in.
So you're going to leave it in the cave. Leave it in the cave, so it's accessible, but you don't have to go back in the negative plane to get it.
Is it going to suck the mountain in, though?
It only has a 10-foot radius, so as in this
Okay.
this cave is bigger than that, so it could
Yep.
sit in kind of the middle of.
Okay. Then yeah.